Welcome back, everybody. First, let me say, Tuesday night, Monday night, I ended up uploading my video, and I basically unloaded the uncut version. So around 3 o'clock when I woke up that morning, I realized what I had done. I took it down and I put the new one up. So for anybody, I only had like 3 comments, so I'm coming back to y'all to let y'all know I made a mistake and I put the new one up. And I want to thank everybody else who came in and started watching the new video. Help that video get up to 100 likes. Thank y'all very much for that. I want to try to get this video up to 100 likes. I'm trying to get all my videos up to 100 likes, and I'm trying to get 300 subscribers this month. So if y'all can help me get to that point, I'd be greatly appreciated. Another thing, I went back and looked at when I upload Swift Power, when I put the stats at the end of the race, I noticed that I know I'm a D, so I know that. But I thought my points were trying to change, but if you see my Z points, they always stay the same, and somebody can put in the comments why I still at like what it is now. I thought it would go down or something, but it kind of went up since since I moved up to C. The points have kind of just keep going up. So if somebody can indicate what's going on there, it'd be greatly appreciated. Also, with this race, you know, I did it Monday, and I came in like 50 or something. This one, it was about 75 people in this race. And I was pushing, I was trying to come in the top 25. That was my goal on this one. And because I know with these hills, no matter what, it just kind of burns at me. The game takes in effect my size on these hills. And when we got a lot of rolling hills that are back to back without a long distance where I can build up speed to counteract most of the hill, it really does add up. And it doesn't have to be long, grudgerous, you know, out the swift climbs. It can be 5, 6, 7% climbs that really, if they're long enough, they allow everybody else to catch up to me and pass. And you've noticed that. So I'm glad this week came out. So because some people thought that I had just like this Superman advantage, but it really does backfire on me when hills come into play. So I don't even know what kind of thumbnail I would do for this one this morning. I'm trying to do it before I leave out this morning. So with that being said, what we're gonna do now is get right down into the race. And we're off. As we take off, you notice that I stay right here in the pack. I don't try to get out front of them. I try to stay in the middle of the pack. And my goal this time was, I was using one of the strategies I used in a tiny race. I was trying to make sure, since I had truly ran this race one time, when we go into the turns, most of the turns head uphill. So what I was trying to do is measure time we get into a turn to actually accelerate. And that way I can kind of stay with the pack. It worked out pretty well the first 75, 80% of the race. Well, I want to say about the first 60 to 75% of the race. After that, I think my legs started getting a little tired. And, you know, by now I'm starting to get a little tired, and I should be really fine for this. I think if I get back early enough Friday, I will try this race. I said I wouldn't, but I think when I get back earlier Friday enough, I will try this race one more time, especially with some nice fresh legs, because I'm gonna go 3 days without riding, and I know my legs will be nice and fresh when I get back. That might help me do a lot better in this race, especially then, and plus I'll be able to watch other people run it. And it'll give me an even better idea how maybe to change my attack of this race. But you have to remember, these are hills, and they're sharp enough to it's almost like little daggers. They're sharp enough that you keep adding them in, and eventually I just can't keep up with the smaller guys. Now, if this was somewhere like y'all see me run the 2 bridges or something like that, there are long enough spots where I can, my speed and my size really matters. It gives me an equal out run with this thing. But outside of that, man, now I'm gonna let you know, this was a fun ride. And there was a couple of reasons I did switch up in the strategies of this race. Now, when we go ahead and get this, I think I end up getting a draft, which, I have to be honest with y'all, I haven't really figured out the draft thing yet. I'm learning. The draft is, I know it helps out with the draft. I don't know exactly how, because if I hit it, and unless I'm on flat, if I'm on flat, a lot of times my weight and my power mix up a lot of that, and I see the thing jump. But like what I was trying to do here was, there's a spot that I'll show you where I started hitting all the power. This is where I hit them at no matter what. When we come through this turn right here, you're gonna see it go down, and when it goes positive, this is when I hit all my power-ups right in here. Even the arrowhead power, I think I hit the arrowhead this time. And that just kept my speed up and kept me with the pack and get me back to the front of the pack. As you can see, with any hill with C's, because there's so much light, think about it, I outweigh mostly everybody in this race by 100 kilos. Everybody. I doubt anybody's close to me. Maybe somebody may be 100 kilos and I got them by 70. But most of the time when I look at the races, mostly everybody's 70, 80 kilos. So, 60 kilos. I outweigh a lot of these guys by a ton. So when we hit hills, it's easy for them to put in that little power and just come right back up past me. And you can see I'm putting out wattage, and that's why I tell people my wattage is relevant to my size. So yes, I'm a big guy, so I can put a lot of wattage out, but I'm a big guy. I have to put a lot of wattage out. It's like Einstein, it's just equivalent to who I am. So as we're racing through here, you see we come back around. This is where I power in, trying to stay at the front of the pack. This works out great for the first 10 miles of this race. But I used to be able to do this a lot longer when I was a D, but I gotta remember a lot of the things that went on in D, I cannot do in C. I used to be able to ride 20 miles in D at this pace, but a lot of times nobody was pushing me. So that's why I was winning a lot of races, because nobody was pushing me, so I could run at this pace the whole race, but I wasn't getting really pushed. So when I got tired of going up a hill, I could just take my time and get over the hill and then get back on. Here, I'm pushed throughout the whole race. Even though I'm pushing them, I'm getting pushed. So that thing where I used to be able to ride 20 miles and just keep pushing is kind of irrelevant here in C. So it's a lot of learning curves I'm having in C, and that's another reason I can't really go back down to D, was because I'm gonna keep these strategies with me. And you think I'm winning now when I'm in a D race, it'll be ridiculous. I can't go back down because I'm learning how to race. And I think D is more for people who just want to have a lot more fun, who wants to be more into it, but they just because C is a lot tougher for an area to race in. Now, when I race Ridge races, I can last with almost any C because the race is short. It's like 7 miles. They're up and down hills where my weight factor counts in. It's just long enough that the C's who I'm racing with, no matter who it is, can feel the race a little bit. And that's what I need them to do, is feel, hey, this is a race. But outside of that, these stage races, you see I'm doing pretty good in most of them now. I can get up in the top 30s for the most part if it's not nothing like this. Monday, I don't know what the next race is. I'll try to look forward. I can't wait to see it. I was trying to do these on Sunday nights. It's really hard. I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing. I'm working on my homestead channel. I got the intro done. I've got a lot of footage picked up, but it's a lot harder to do one of those because I see people doing them. But for me, I gotta there film it, and I'm most of the time if I'm filming a homestead video, I'm gonna be doing it with my iPhone. And I'm just be honest with you, I update iPhones every 4 years. So right now I have an iPhone 11. I don't have 5G on my phone, so I'm gonna upgrade it to probably by the end of this month. I upgrade my Apple Watches all the time. As you can see, I got an Ultra, Ultra 2, and I upgrade my Apple Watch more than I do anything because it comes out around my birthday in October, so that's like my birthday gift to me. It used to be iPhones, but that kind of like iPhones, since they upgrade themselves, I kind of just don't care. So I just keep the phone. If it get a crack, I just sit in and get a new one. But it's about time for a new phone. I kind of think I want 5G because I want to record and edit stuff on the road. And I really can't with my phone now because I use it for the connection to for my Wi-Fi and stuff. So my Mac runs real slow. So I'm upgrading in about a couple of weeks. As we're riding around here, you can see I'm still doing good. I'm pushing and I'm riding. I'm really rolling with this thing. I'm enjoying the ride. But being honest with you, I'm starting to feel it. Look at my weight balance. It's not full like y'all see on some of the races. It's not full. It's going down, and I'm pushing out the wattage. I'm really pushing with everyone, but I'm starting to feel the up and down of the hills. We're at 60% right now, so that puts us about 7-8 miles into this race. It's a 12-mile race, so we're 11 kilometers in, running on 12 kilometers right now. I know we're coming back around 2 more times. So, and I know we have that last incline. If that last incline wasn't so bad, I probably could have caught back up some, but man, it was getting harder and harder. Every time we come up there where you come to get a new power up, that little turn right there that was a monster of a beast of a turn, because every time I come back around through that turn, everybody behind me was able to catch back up. Look at me. Anytime I hit that turn, I fall back to like 40. And then all of a sudden, I can get all the way back up to number 1. like I told you, it takes nothing for me to catch up. And this is why I hit my, and I'm gonna tell you something, I thought I hit my arrowhead right here, but I did not. What happened is my controller, I tried to update it yesterday, it didn't update. So in the middle of this race, it kept, if y'all notice, I kept staying all the way to the right. But my controller kept pushing me to the right and I couldn't come back in because my left controller wasn't letting me come back over, so I cut them off. And so I kept hitting the button to hit the power up, and then I realized at the last moment that it wasn't because I had cut them off, the power up wasn't gonna work. So then I looked down at my phone and I tapped it. So, but as you can see, I'm riding good here. If this was the last lap of this race, it'll be great. But hey, it ain't the last lap. Let's just be honest, man. And so you can see anytime I hit an incline, look, it's 2.5. Everybody catches back. It doesn't take anything for them to catch back up to me because there's a climb, and there's where the weight balance in the game takes place. There's a very delicate balance. This game, for all that it does in greatness, it really does calculate my weight in this game. It understands, hey, this guy's super big. So when we go down here, right here is where I was powered back in, trying to get back up to that front. I was trying to stay with the front loop to stay motivated to stay in this thing. But man, these hills will wear me out. Even though my heart rate ain't crazy in this thing, my legs are tired. You gotta remember, I just ran this yesterday. I need to start doing longer runs. I used to do, like I said, I do 100 miles. It's been almost 2 months since I've done it. So I will try to get it in this weekend. And then that'll be it for the weekend. And then on Sundays, I usually wake early Sunday morning and I try to come down and I do either yoga or I meditate on the mirror, the Peloton mirror. Now I might as well just call it that. But I meditate on my mirror and I just do that. And that gives me a chance to relax and get my body back ready. And then I work on my yard and I work in the garden and I work with the chickens. I'm building a chicken coop this weekend. So I'm doing all that kind of stuff this week. So with all that being done, you see we come back down, now we're at 80%. Now when we come back around to this next one, I'm just being honest, you see where I'm at 24. So now in my head, I'm going, man, you know what, maybe I can catch back up to some and get back up into this thing, but my legs are just not there. They really are not there. You can see my heart rate at 40, 146. It's not beating fast. My legs are just not putting out no more. They are gone, man. I'm thinking I'm actually excited about this 3-day relax. When I came back Thursday night, I'm gonna let you know I did the triple T. I woke up that morning, Thursday morning, I wanna say I was in Jacksonville, Florida. I woke up that morning about 3 o'clock in the morning, Thursday morning. I drove up to Savannah, picked up a load and brought it back to Atlanta. By the time I got home, it was like roughly 5:30, 5 o'clock. I came home, ran up to the store, did a couple of things, and then came back in the house and I ran the triple T at 7:40. And I had been moving all day. I decided to take Friday off, and then I ran the tiny races Saturday. It was just like my legs never recovered. I don't know, maybe because I should have gave it a little bit longer break, but I remember I did run Tuesday of last week, so it only had like a day of break in between of everything. And then with me working and then going straight to racing, I probably just wore myself out, just being honest. Let's just be honest about it. That's what I end up doing to myself. So I'm thinking with these nice 3 days off where I'm not gonna have anything doing, I'm not gonna ride probably again to Saturday morning because I really want to get up and do the tiny races, and then I'll turn around and do my I'll end up turning around and doing 100 miles. I probably won't end up getting 100 miles, but I'll probably try to get 50 kilometers in, which is like 34 miles. And then I just keep increasing it over this month to the end where I'll try to get 100 miles in by the end of May. So here we go on this last turn. I was trying to keep some of the engine down. Like I told y'all, it's not the high climb. This is only 5%, which is pretty cool for me. But we've been running on these hills for a while at 3%. I should still be putting out a night. I should be climbing like I'm doing, climbing in the numbers. Then we're gonna hit a 7% heat climb, and that's gonna totally wipe me out. My legs right now, I should be putting out about 400, 500 watts. And you see my weight balance going back up because I'm not putting a lot of power in. Look at it, it goes down a little bit, but for the most part, my weight balance is gonna keep filling up because I'm not putting a lot of power out. I'm not. Y'all may think that I need to put a significant amount of power, especially with the height it is. And right now, I'm just trying to maintain where I'm at. I'm really feeling this race. Look at my weight balance. It's staying steady where it at. I'm not. And you see, they pass me like with ease. Now it's sped up, so it looks really fast like they passing me. But you gotta remember, no matter what, they really will pass me with no problem. And this guy cops up around me, and I'm like, look, don't take my 25th away from me. I want my 25th back. So I'm like trying to chase him down. You understand? I'm trying to chase him down because I'm going looking at 24, and I'm looking down at the thing, and I go, oh God, this guy's right behind me. He's trying to push me out of here. And I'm trying to push back up, and I see the one guy in front of me coming back, and I'm passing him, and I'm going, cool. And then the next guy passes me, and then the next one, I'm like, no, I'm trying to put power in, but we're all on a climb. So when it's a climb, it's hard for me to get back in. I want to get back to y'all and say thank y'all for watching my videos. Thank y'all for supporting me. Thank y'all for being there. I want y'all to tell y'all to have a great week, rest of the week. And with that, ride on.